Today's class will be a sort of usual class, and we're definitely going to do side-lying hip work because we didn't get to that last time, and we'll start with core after we come home to our bodies, and you'll use your core the whole time. So when we introduce core at the beginning and kind of that neutral spine idea, anchor that into your body because we're going to use that again as we lay on our side and as we do kind of everything else, even standing work. You'll still want to activate that in neutral spine. So that said, we will get started. And we always start by just finding ourselves. So have a seat wherever you're comfortable. My name is Robin, you all know that. I'm a physical therapist and a shamanic energy worker, and my passion is finding ourselves, the best version of ourselves. So just start by finding your sit bones, rock back and forth, maybe close your eyes so you can tune into body internally instead of vision. And put your hands on your lap, and we're just going to take about 10 breaths to find ourselves. So for the first few breaths, just notice where the breath is. A lot of times in our culture, we sort of tighten our tummy, hold it in, and breathe up here in our shoulders and in our chest. Also, when we're very stressed, we do that. So if you notice that, just notice that maybe you're stressed or maybe you're holding everything really tight, and see if in this space, which hopefully feels like a safe space in your own home, see if you can let your belly soften a little bit to receive the inhale, and let your belly rise when you inhale. Let your lungs fill all the way to the bottom. And then as you exhale, feel your belly fall naturally. Feel your lungs empty naturally. And then if you feel kind of stressed or agitated or like you've been rushing or you haven't taken a deep breath in a while, let's do 3 deep breaths with a strong exhale. So we're going to exhale by pulling our tummy in actively and then just allow the inhale to happen. Let the belly rise. Let the lungs fill. And then as you exhale, loud and audible exhale, expelling all of that air out. You can feel that there might be stagnant air in there. There might be a need to release stress or anxiousness as you breathe out. And one more. And then just allow the inhale. Good. And bring your hands to heart center in prayer. And just bring your attention right to those hands and to the space behind your hands, your heart center. And check in with what you might need today during this practice. So what might you need to attend to? Do you need to focus on breath? Do you need to focus on just being present in your body and not spinning around in your to-do lists? Do you need to be quiet and soft with yourself? Do you need to push yourself more than you usually do? Just noticing what might rise up as an answer and setting that as your intention. And then anchoring yourself right there inside heart center, present, awake. One more big breath. Take a seat right there inside of you. Good. There we go. All right. Once you are there, we're going to lay down on our backs. We're going to stay there, present with ourselves, and roll to our backs and find our core. So I always suggest you arch and flatten your back 3 or 4 times before you start your tightening of your core, because every morning, every day, our back's a little different. And it's nice to see how much extension and how much flexion you have for your low back. And then find your middle space, your neutral spine. So go ahead and arch and flatten a few times that maximal extension and flexion of the lumbar spine. And then find your middle place where you feel really comfortable, hopefully pain-free and spacious. And take a nice deep breath, let your belly rise. And as you exhale, go shh and tighten your belly in without flattening your back. Hopefully you're on a nice hard surface. So draw in that lower tummy muscle right below the belly button, transverse abdominis. Tighten in, shrink your waist, feel the tension right inside of your hip bones, your ASIS there in the front of your pelvic bowl. And then holding that position and not flattening your back, start either marching or unweight your legs and notice that your back wants to arch, but you're not going to let it because you have a nice tight core. Keep breathing and tap one foot and then the other down to the floor. You can have it close to your body if you want a little bit easier, or further away if you want a little more challenge. And then notice your lumbar spine is staying right in what you found as neutral. And notice that you can still breathe. Maybe we'll do a few breaths after this with tight tummy. I have done that a few times recently. It's a really nice practice to tighten your tummy and then practice diaphragm breathing without doing anything with your legs. Couple more, keep going. Tap, tap. Very good. Give yourself a big hug. Knees up to your chest as far as it feels comfortable. Rock back and forth. Give yourself a little massage. Waking up your low back and your core. Take a nice deep breath. Let your belly be soft. Fully inhale. Fully exhale. Sometimes focusing on the exhale being full is more useful than the inhale. And the inhale just kind of happens. Okay, let's put our feet on the ground for a minute. Feet on the floor, knees hip distance apart. Put your hands over your belly. Take a big inhale into your belly. Exhale again and tighten your core, zippering and squeezing everything around midline. Tight, tight lower belly. And then just try taking 2 breaths with that tightness, but still letting your diaphragm lower, upper belly rise a little. Just do 2 breaths, seeing that you can breathe. And then full exhale. As you exhale, tighten your tummy a little more. And then inhale again. Feel your lungs expanding, but feel that lower band of tummy pulled in. And exhale, tighten a little more. Nice. So that's a nice practice you can do. We're going to do one more round, this time of dead bugs. So if marching felt like a challenge, go ahead and keep marching, but add arms up overhead. If you were unweighted before, bring your legs unweighted again. Neutral spine, tight core, arms straight up overhead, thumbs face your head. So your thumbs are kind of up. And then we're going to tap or reach left leg and right arm out. As you exhale, draw everything towards tummy. Use your core to pull everything back. Inhale as you go out. Exhale as you draw back in. So exhale, tight tummy. Inhale, it's still tight, but you let your breath come in. Everything pulls back home by tight tummy. Inhale, exhale. And move nice and slow, however slow your breath wants to be. Let your breath lead you. Check in with your shoulders. Can your shoulders lower down away from your ears a little more? Can you reach your leg out a little longer? Is your back staying still? Is it in neutral still, or is it arching as you reach? If it's arching, do a smaller motion. If you're holding your breath, do a smaller motion and focus on breathing. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale as you come back home. 3 more on each side. Reach and home. And reach, inhale, exhale, home. 2 more on each side. You got this. Good job. Working your core. Good. Last one on each side. Inhale out, exhale home. Inhale out, exhale home. Beautiful. Lower your feet to the ground. Put your arms in a wide T, palms facing up. And we're just going to let our knees go side to side. If you have a sensitive low back, you can widen your feet as wide as your mat. Otherwise, let your feet be wherever they want to be. And wag side to side. Letting your leading knee kind of lead and your following knee follow towards the floor. If you can make it all the way to the floor with your knees and your shoulders are down, let yourself pause there a moment. Let your chest open and let that twist happen. Feel a stretch even down through your hip a little bit, and then go the other way. And pause the other way, letting that stretch happen. And really opening up the pecs, keeping the shoulders down. Nice. And go ahead and come back to center. We're going to do a few bridges. Today's bridges are going to be rolling up bridges. If anyone has a disc issue in your lumbar spine or a fused low back, then you're going to not roll up. You're going to squeeze your butt and lift straight up. Everyone else who doesn't have anything going on in your low back, we're going to really tighten and curl up. So we're going to pull our lower core in first, pulling the pubic bone up, and curl using that kind of tightening of the core. Curl your tailbone and your sacrum off of the mat. And then start pushing through your feet and curl the rest of the way, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feeling that your back is not one big rod, but it's a bunch of vertebrae. 5 lumbar, 12 thoracic, 7 cervical, all moving separately. Coming all the way up, not into neck, but into shoulders, pausing there, and feel your glutes squeeze. And then roll down slowly. Vertebrae by vertebrae, noticing each vertebrae as you roll down, and even flattening out through the low back. And then eventually releasing sacrum and tailbone. And do that again, tightening core. We're going to do this 2 more times, really noticing your vertebrae curling up. One by one, you might close your eyes and go internal into your spine. This time when you're at your top, squeeze your buns really tight. And if you've been doing single leg challenge, you might try doing 1 leg lifts, keeping your pelvic level, and then other leg lifts, keeping your pelvis level. And then both of them down again to roll vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to do 1 more. If you're having any trouble with hamstring cramping, try to really relax your hamstrings and squeeze your butt cheeks together really, really tight. Think about your hamstrings doing nothing more than just sitting where they are, having your knees bent. Push through your feet and squeeze your butt. And you might just focus on that and not even worry about the roll if you're having hamstring tightening or cramping. Otherwise, focus on the roll and squeeze your butt tight. Push through the feet all the way up, and do 1 more of the single leg challenge. You might reach your leg out. You might hold it as long as you can, feeling 1 gluteus maximus firing strongly, keeping you level, holding, holding, holding. And then curling down. Last one. Feel your vertebrae. Breathing all the way out as you come all the way down. Very nice. All right. Good job. We're going to do 1 more for our tummy, and then we're going to come over on our hands and knees. The last one for our tummy is going to be a really tiny crunch. we're zippering our body. So this is good for pulling everything in towards midline and zippering. I want you to not push at all. A lot of people, if they curl, there's like a bulging that happens with the tummy. So I want you to do such a small motion. We're just gonna barely lift our head and then our shoulder blades up off of the mat, kind of looking between your legs and really zippering in. So pull everything in, even your pelvic floor as you curl up, and then slowly release it down. Again, we're gonna exhale as we curl up, tightening, zippering in, squeezing everything around midline, including pull up your Kegel muscles, and then slowly release and let everything go. So practicing the dynamic of tightening and releasing, relaxing on purpose. Tightening and relaxing. Do 8 or so more. Curling as far up as you can, just kind of to the bottom of the shoulder blades is perfect, but if just the neck is all you can do, that's fine. And notice if you're pulling in, if you're zippering, if you're tightening that pelvic floor, tight, 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 tight. And release. Pausing a little bit at the top, just a little at the exhale bottom, holding there for a minute. Not a minute, like a half a breath, a pause. Good, couple more. Exhale, curl, hold, pause. Inhale down, fully relax. Last one, exhale, curl, hold, hold, hold. Inhale down, fully relax. Nice job. Okay, friends, we're gonna come over onto our hands and knees. Gonna do a little bit of hands and knees work and then come onto our side. Eventually we'll come to standing. It's gonna take us a minute. So, tabletop position. So we're gonna do a couple of cat-cows to get our spine moving, and then we're gonna do what people like to call pointer dog. For the cat-cows, let's focus on upper spine first. So letting the low back just be wherever it wants to be. First, pushing through the hands and just letting the head drop. Pushing really strongly through the hands, arching that space between the shoulder blades towards the ceiling. Pushing, and see if you can relax your head a little more. Shake your head no side to side a little bit and then let it be really heavy. Push a little stronger, take a big breath in and inhale into the space between shoulder blades, expanding those ribs. And then exhale, drop your heart towards the mat. Let your shoulders roll back towards your hips and let your back extend as much as it wants, but focus on opening heart, shoulders back, looking up. And then reverse. This time allow low back to curl a little more into cat. So pressing still strongly with hands, let your head drop, be heavy weight. And then pull the tummy up and arch the tailbone under, kind of curling like a black cat that's mad. If you feel mad, you can be a mad cat and hiss. And then exhale, drop. Everything side, let your tailbone raise. We go into what we call cow. Imagine a bony cow, hips up, tummy sagging, shoulders back. It's not the most attractive idea, but that's the cow. Open your heart and see how much you can look up and open the front of your throat. Listening to your neck, no injuries. Good, one more curling into cat, arching, pushing. Feel where you need to stretch. You might go side to side a bit, kind of wagging your hips while you're in cat, moving sideways through your shoulders, feeling a little bit of stretch through your side body as you're curled. Check in with you. What do you need here? And then one more time into cow from the middle, arching, dropping tummy, shoulders back. See if you can open up your throat a little more by looking up and kind of closing your teeth, feeling the scalings in the front of the neck relax and stretch. Nice. Okay, come back into child's pose for a moment, sitting back on your heels, all the way back, reach your arms forward, give yourself a few moments to breathe. Stretching out your arms forward for a moment, pushing your hips back, arms forward, getting that nice stretch. And then give your arms a rest for a minute. Bring them down by your sides. Roll your wrists around and let your shoulders be saggy. Take a couple breaths. Feel the mat under your head. Try to let go, surrendering into the moment of this release into the mat. Feel earth holding you. One more breath and then come up into all fours again. Make sure your wrists are happy. You did a little rolling them out. You did a little shoulder relax. We're going to come back into all fours. We're going to do nice tight tummy. Think of your neutral spine again right now. So you're not sagged, you're not arched, you're in your neutral spine. Nice and strong through the arms. And we're going to pull that belly up. So the tummy that we worked before, same spot. Then reach your right leg out and lift it up as high as you can, in line with your body if you can, and then if you can, left arm reaches out as well. So you're on one arm, one knee, reaching and balancing, and then lower down. You can reach as far as you want. Go ahead and try other leg. Once you're ready, left leg. Once it's there, right arm. See if you can not twist your body too much. See if you can lengthen. Fingertip to toes, find your balance, breathe, pause, and then slowly down. When you lift your arm, thumb faces up to the ceiling to protect your shoulder and make sure that you have space for your shoulder to open. Pause, hold, and lower down. Check out also your neck alignment. See if you can make a line from the top of the head to the tailbone that is straight. Looking straight down between your hands, if both of your hands were there, so that you have a nice strong neck, you're not dropping. We want to train in as good of alignment as possible so that we're strengthening around the spinal alignment that we want in our life, which is not forward head. Good. Okay, we're going to do a few more faster. Right arm, left leg. Ready? Lift and down. Left leg, right arm, lift and down. Right leg, left arm, lift and down. Switch and down. Switch and down. Switch and down. Two more on each side. Reach and down, and reach and down, and reach and down. Now, pause there a moment in your all fours. We're going to do one lift of the leg only, so nice and strong through both arms. Lift your leg up, hold it there, find that level back. And we're going to curl our heel towards our butt and release it out. Curl and release. Curl and release. Good. About 6 more times. Just doing about 10 of these to wake up our hammies. Good. As you release, try to do the release with control, almost like you have resistance. Like you curl and then there's some resistance and you're releasing it against it. Good. Feeling that glute and your hamstrings. Nice. Go ahead and bring that leg all the way forward. We're gonna bring it all the way up so that our foot is on the ground. We're kneeling on the left knee, right leg is forward. And then we're gonna sit back to stretch out the hamstring. If you need a chair or a block or something to be a little higher, that's fine. You could put a little block under your hands. Reaching your butt back, leg forward, stretching out the hamstring. And then bend into the front knee again and come into just a little lunge. Protect that back knee, kind of lift it up and make sure you're not right on the kneecap as you come into this lunge. And just pausing there, opening up the hip flexor and the groin. And then one more time, roll back, sit back, point and flex your toes a few times. Long leg, stretching it out. Good, and one more time, bend that knee and roll over your back planted knee. Lift it up a little bit and lift it off the mat. And then set it down again to come into a nice lunge. Everybody good? Okay, nice. Now we're gonna just bring that leg around and come back into all fours and just level ourselves out. So other leg from a nice tabletop position. This is the last thing in this position. Lift that other leg up, find that tabletop, and curl and extend. Pretend you've got resistance. Make your muscle go, tighten and release. Tighten and release. Keep breathing. Nice. Couple more. Good. When you're ready, we're going to sweep that leg under us and bring it forward. Plant that foot, bent knee, both knees are bent for a moment, and then we're just gonna walk our hands back and extend that knee, stretching out the hamstring as much as you can, whatever feels comfortable. I said if you wanted a block or a chair, because you could be higher like so, or you can be down on the ground. Breathe into your tight hamstring, lengthen it out, and then bend over that front knee and come into a lunge, lifting up the back knee a little. And then back. Point and flex your foot. Giving a little hamstring stretch and a little nerve glide. And one more time forward. Lunging. Opening up hips and groin. And find the stretch that feels good to you. This shouldn't be torture. It should feel yummy and good. Nice. And then we'll come back. We'll come down through all fours again, and we are going to come to our side to do our hip work. So go ahead and roll over onto one side. Whichever side you want to work first is the side that'll be up. Bottom leg will be our kickstand. It's going to be bent. Your head should be resting so that nose is in line with sternum. So again, we don't want to train in funny alignment. So find either a pillow or an arm under your head so that you support your head. We're going to tighten our tummy again and find neutral spine. So even though we're going to, first thing we do is do bicycle, I don't want your back to be arching and flexing all over the place. Find that neutral spine, tighten your tummy, and hold that position. And then lift your leg, top leg, and we're going to swing it forward. We already stretched our hamstrings just now, so see how far forward it can come without flexing your back. Then bend your knee and see how far you can reach it back without arching your back. This is all from the hip. Feel your glute squeeze, and then swing it forward, and bend, and reach behind you. Pretend I'm pulling on your toe. Squeeze your glute, but don't arch your back. So feel how you can kind of stabilize here. You can put a hand on the mat as well to help stabilize you. One more. Forward, bend, reach. Practicing moving our leg without moving our back. This is hugely important. All right, let your leg rest a minute. We're going to do something called tap taps, or I like to call it hot potato. So we're going to lift our leg up again, bring it forward so your knees are on top of each other, and go tap, tap like a hot potato to the floor. Then swing your leg back as far as it goes and go tap, tap to the floor. Forward, tap, tap, back, tap, tap. When you move it forward and back, it's in line with your body as if you're standing. So it's not way up. It's not dropped down to the floor. It's just right in line with where your hip is. Tap, tap, forward, tap, tap. Good, a little faster. Tap, 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 tap. Slower again. Tap, 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 tap. Last one. Tap, tap. Oh, very slow back to middle and let it rest. You can bend your knees in that one if you want. If your gluteus medius feels burny and tired, punch it out. Give yourself a little massage on that side hip. Right into the bone there is where it attaches, so it's normal to feel tired there. That's good. Good job. Okay, we're gonna let that leg come straight one more time. We're gonna do big circles and little circles. We're only gonna do 5 little circles, and then we're gonna do 2 big circles each direction. So big circle can be as big as you want. Little circle is gonna be a little tiny draw of the toe around like a ball or a melon. So point your toe, have all the motion come out of your hip. Nice circles one way, and then reverse, other way. Same little tiny circle. This should burn. You should say, oh my gosh, why are we doing so much hip? It's good for you, I promise. And good, let it drop a moment. I'm gonna show you what big circle could mean. So it could mean this, or it could mean this huge circle, whatever your hip wants to do. I want you to play with your hip. So just let it go in 2 big circles forward, big as you want. Let it be playful and fun. Let your body roll a little bit. Good. And then see if you can do a backward circle. So kind of roll your body back, pick your leg up, and a big circle coming around front. And one more time like that. Moving through your hip. How much can you move? Nice. And let it rest. Reach it long for a moment. So point your toe and just set it on the ground and reach your foot down away from you and reach your arm up overhead. Opening up the side, and just once you get your reach, try to relax your leg. Let it be heavy. Feel a stretch. If you don't feel a stretch, reach a little more. Lengthening out the hip itself. One more breath. Breathe into your hips. A good job, hip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're such a good stabilizer. And release your arm down. Release your knee. We're going to bend this top knee and get it out of the way for a moment. Opening it up like that. Reaching the bottom leg. And we're just going to do little leg lifts 10 times of that bottom leg. Lifting as far as it wants to lift with that inner thigh and lowering. And lifting and lowering. Nice and slow and controlled. Good job. Nice job breathing. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. When you've done about 10 or 12 or however many it feels like, okay, I activated that muscle. That's a good job. And we're going to roll over to the other side, all the way over. And support your head again. Let your neck be long. Bottom leg that we just worked is bent. Top leg is straight and in line with your body. So again, finding that beautiful alignment. And put your hand on your hip or on your mat. Tight tummy, neutral spine. Find that neutral. And then lift the leg up in line with your body, lengthening through the toe, long the leg, and move just out of the hip socket, just your leg, not your back. Bend forward, heel to the buttock, and reach behind you. Gluteus maximus firing there. Reach long, swing it forward, no flexing the back, bend and lengthen. Can you control 2 more with your core, not letting your back get pulled all over the place? Good. Very nice. Go ahead and come back to center. We are going to do our hot potatoes. Hot potato. So lift your leg in line with your body. Again, you have length through your hip. Come forward, knee over knee, and go tap, tap. Lift your leg up in line with body, go back, 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 and go tap, tap. Lift, forward, tap, tap, back, and tap, tap. Nice. So feel that gluteus medius is working hard. We're working gluteus medius and then our extensors and then our flexors. All the while, those side muscles in the hip. We're going to speed it up a little. Go back, tap, tap, forward, tap, tap, back, tap, tap, forward, tap, tap, back. Still get your tap, tap if you can. Don't just swing your leg forward and back and forward and back and slowing it down again. Little slower for a couple more. Good job. And coming back towards midline, let it rest. Bend your knee. Say, good job, muscles. You're doing great. So these muscles are super critical for knee stability and knee happiness. Also part of sort of this entire core area that brings us our power, our stability, our alignment. And it levels the hips when we walk, so we don't have a hip drop. We don't walk with too much of a shimmy. We have a nice solid walk. So super important. Okay, lift that leg up and we're gonna do those circles. So pointing the toe and circle a little ball in one direction. It's normal for the second hip that you work to feel more tired. Go ahead and switch, other direction. Because when you had it down, it was pushing into the mat and kind of working already. So it's already a little tired and that's okay and normal. Good job. Okay, big circles, whatever big means for you, go ahead and play with your hip. Big, this should feel good, like it kind of releases some of the tension. Swing it around. Let your body roll now. You don't have to be so strict about your body position now. And then try going back back, big circle, and big circle. Good. And then let that leg rest down on the ground and reach it down away from your hip. Feel some stretch through your hip and reach your arm overhead, stretching through your whole side body. If you can get a nice stretch and then kind of relax your foot onto the floor and just let go for a moment, that would be lovely. Breathe and release. Check in with yourself for a moment. How are you doing? We're going to come to standing. Do a little arm and a little balance. And then a little stretch to finish us up. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. Bend your knees. So we're going to roll onto our hands and knees and push up through downward facing dog to forward fold to a stand. So if you have never done down dog, probably have. Come to all fours first. Walk your hands way forward of your shoulders, so a foot or so forward. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift your hips up. This is down dog, but do it with lots of knee bend. So focus on tailbone lifts. So you can bend your knees a ton if you need to lift your tailbone and extend those arms, strong hands, strong, solid shoulders, pushing into the mat. Find your spinal length. Lift that tailbone up, let your head drop. Ears are between your biceps. And then see if you can start pedaling heel towards the mat, and then other heel towards the mat. Still lifting long through tailbone. Long back as you lengthen the back line, heel cord, Achilles, hamstrings along that back. And then pause, bring both heels down and see if you can lift your tailbone up as you settle both heels down and take a breath. Sigh it out, sigh it out, sigh it out. You're doing great. And walk your feet forward. We're not going to do a plank. We're just going to walk forward towards our hands and bend your knees a ton so your chest can sit right on your legs and let your head drop. Take a breath there and let your head be super heavy. As you inhale, feel your back ribs expanding and feel your neck become even heavier so you get some nice traction through your neck. And then we're going to walk our hands up and we're going to come to a little extension of our upper back. So walk your hands to your knees and extend your upper back, lifting long through your spine, tailbone to top of head, shoulders are back. And then come into forward fold one more time. See if you can release a little more through your upper back after that extension. Breathe deeply. And then come all the way up, walking your hands on your legs to come up to standing all the way up. Nice work. Grab your little weights and grab your chair if you have one. If you don't have one, it's not really a big deal. You can just come to chair sit without actually having a chair. But if you have a chair, grab it. And if you have weights, grab them. Okay, so we're going to do bicep curl. So let's just do a couple of those. We're going to have our palms facing forward, holding our weights. Drop your shoulders down, way down, away from your ears. Lengthen through the top of your head up. So shoulders are down, top of head is up. And curl those biceps. Bring your hands right to your shoulders and then slowly release down. Let's do 3 of those just to warm up our biceps a little. And notice your shoulders are staying down, that's important. Shoulders down, biceps curl, arms kind of elbows squeezing into your sides. We're going to do that at the same time as coming to either a chair pose or an actual sit for one tiny second and then come up. Sitting back and coming forward. If you don't have a chair, pretend you have a chair and sit your butt way back, keeping your knees over your feet, over your ankles as much as possible. So you don't want your knees to go way forward. You want them to come back as if you're sitting on a chair with your hips and your knees are right over your ankles. Tibia is up and down. So if you do have a chair, you can come to a quick whoop and then lower your arms as you stand up. Whoop and lower. And you could do tiny squats or bigger squats. Good. Okay, we're gonna let our arms rest a moment. Just let them hang. We're gonna come down into a little squat, so hovering above the chair if you have a chair, or about a halfway squat if you don't have a chair. And we're just gonna hover there, bring our hips back even more, and go side to side with our weight. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Making our quads engage. Keep pulling the butt back. You'll feel your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes. Go ahead and come to center and stand back up. Nice work. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of military press, which is here to here. This works zillions of shoulder muscles. Not really zillions, but tons. We're gonna do it in a tiny bit of a squat. So kind of a strong, wide stance, little bit of a drop, tummy tight, neutral spine, and press, and lower, and press, and lower, press. Nice. So if you have weight that starts feeling hard, about 6 or 8 repetitions, that's a really good amount of weight. If it's not hard at all, get heavier weight. Good. Let's do 5 more. Press. Lower your squat a little more. Press. 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 And press. Nice. Elbows in. Lower your weights. Very good. Okay, you have a choice. You can drop your weights softly or keep them. We're going to do a little balance. And if you want to play with your weights while you're doing balance, that would be kind of fun. If you don't want to do that, you can drop them down. So, standing on 2 feet, find your feet, find your balance. Feel that you have roots through both feet, like a tree. Feel that your core is strong. As you stand, feel a neutral spine. If you're under, then neutralize it. If you stand with your butt back, drop your tailbone and neutralize it. So nice neutral spine, shoulders down. We're going to tighten our tummy, draw in, and stand on one leg. If that's already hard, please use a chair for safety and just practice standing on one leg. If you want to play with your weights here, you could bend your elbows and do little deltoid flies, which will kind of throw you off balance a little bit. If your weights are very light, which mine aren't, you could do a big wide one like this. So whatever feels like a challenge. The thing I don't like about wide ones is if it's too heavy, you shrug your shoulders. We really want to fly our little elbows out and work our deltoid, not our upper trapezius. Good. Couple more little arm weights, standing on one leg, easy peasy, right? Go ahead and lower your arms. Good, lower your leg. Very nice. Okay, other leg, gonna stand on it. Lift your leg. See if your hips are still level. Tighten your tummy, nice and strong through your core. This time, we're gonna upright row, lift and lower. Let your arms go out a bit, but kind of out and back, right? So not just out to the side, but kind of back. in a rowing, standing on one leg, lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Very, very beautiful. Good job, everybody. Nice. Very good. Nice work. Go ahead and lower your weights. You can set them aside now. Good job. Standing up, we're gonna widen our arms, big and wide. Bring your palms back, opening up inner arm, and then bring yourself a big hug. Hug and drop your head in towards your folded arms, towards your elbows. Give yourself a stretch through the upper back. Take a breath. Good. Keeping your left arm across your body, slide your right arm to just pull it across, giving your back of the shoulder a little stretch. Then drop that one, bring your right arm across, hook it, pull back of the shoulder stretch. See if you can drop your shoulder away from your ear a little more. Good. Dropping that down, we're gonna take 2 big breaths. Hands coming up, palms facing up, up and overhead. Big breath in. And pull your hands right down center as you exhale all the way to floor to earth. Good. Inhale, palms up, scooping up energy from earth up. Pulling that earth energy and spirit energy now down right through you, right through your front body, through your center, all the way down to earth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Scooping, feel your rooted feet. Feel the energy in your body now sourcing from greater energy as well, pulling it down right through you. Beautiful. Okay, friends, we're going to come onto our backs any old way you want. Do a real quick figure 4 stretch and then a little meditation. It is 6 minutes until 10, just so you know. So once you make your way to your back, go ahead and cross your right leg over your left, ankle over knee. Grab behind your thigh. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. And then pull those knees towards your chest, using biceps curling up, bent elbows. If that's uncomfortable, you can keep one foot on the ground and give that right bent knee a hug and just pull it up, maybe across the body towards opposite left shoulder a little bit, give a nice stretch. So find a stretch that feels good and yummy in your right hip. And you, if you're in figure 4, might rock side to side a little bit because you can get a different stretch as you rock your knees to the left and to the right, feeling into your hips, feeling into what feels good, breathing into the hip, into anything that feels tight. Using your breath, inviting the opening, inviting the relaxing, never pushing. And then go ahead and drop that left foot to the ground. Reach your right leg up and lengthen it long for a moment, holding behind your thigh. And just do a couple little ankle rolls. You can't see my foot because I'm having video issues, but long leg, roll your ankle the other way. Say, good job, leg, you did a lot of good work. And let that one come down bent. Cross that left leg across, ankle over knee. Grab behind the right thigh now and pull both knees towards your chest. Figure 4 stretch. Shoulders we want to be down away from ears. Head can be resting. Bend your elbows to bring knees towards your body. And now the stretch is felt in the left hip. If you have your left foot over right knee. The stretch is in that left hip, and you can rock side to side. Again, if you don't like this one, you can keep your right foot down and you can just give the stretching hip a hug and find your stretch that feels good. Side to side and breathing, inviting your hip to relax and open. This is really important for back and hip health, is to keep this rotator set open. So the rotator is inside your hip. Very nice. Go ahead and lower your right leg. Extend your left leg long and overhead and roll your ankle in circles. One direction and then the other direction. Very nice. Good, good, good. Okay, bring both knees to your chest for a moment. Bring your head up. Give yourself a big hug. Say, good job, self. You did so good. And then go flop into Shavasana relaxation meditation time. Let yourself flop. Let your arms be away from your body. Let your legs be away from each other. If you need a pillow beneath your knees to feel comfortable, do so. And if you want a little something under your head, do so. Some of you had to leave. I will share the recording of the meditation in case you want to do it later. So just finding your breath again, noticing where you are now. As you inhale, see if your breath naturally goes into your lungs and lets your belly rise a little more. Let all the tension go through your belly now. Let it rise with the inhale and fall with the exhale. Notice if your shoulders have relaxed a bit down. And coming into that space in your heart with your mind's eye, noticing in your heart space. What do you find within yourself at this time? Is there anything that needs a little bit of extra attention? Is there anything that is letting go? That with a little attention with your breath, you might be able to let go? Are you able to inhabit your body for this moment? And you inhabit your body down towards your feet, noticing your toes and your feet and the aliveness in your legs and feet. Feel the energy running up and down your legs, up into your pelvic floor. Feel the aliveness in your pelvic floor. Is there anything that needs attention or releasing there? Can your breath bring that attention and that softening? With your attention and your breath, can you attend to where you might need to release or want to release, and just bring that energy of relax, release, let go. Bringing attention into your spine, from your low back, all the way up to your heart space and into your neck. Is there anywhere that needs a little extra love, a little extra attention through your spine? Maybe your low back, a few breaths of love and attention into your low back. Maybe a relaxing, a becoming more heavy through your spine. Maybe your neck and shoulders, you want to let go of holding the world there. A couple breaths to let them surrender into the mat and into this moment of just letting go. Maybe your neck needs to relax. Let your head be heavy. Let it stop holding your head up for this moment. Let everything let go. Feeling the energy down through your arms and into your hands. Notice your hands and all the energy that's in your hands. Call on that energy in your hands. Feel it alive. Feel it rushing up and down your arms. And then coming back to heart, noticing the beating of your heart, feeling the rhythm. Feeling your breath, breathing your body now softly without any attention needed. And allow yourself a little smile of gratitude for so many systems that work without you even thinking about it so beautifully to make your body happy and healthy and vital, and for you to be able to do all the things that bring you joy, all the things that bring you purpose and meaning. Just let yourself smile across your lips and feel that gratitude energy of right now you're grateful for your body, and let it flow through you. Feel how gratitude is such a high frequency energy, and when you tune into gratitude, let that energy flow through you, activating high frequency energy throughout. And when you're ready, setting an intention, noticing whatever intention you set at the beginning of practice. Did you stick with it? Did you remember it? And is there something you would like to take with you into your next couple weeks? Setting that as a seed of intention into your heart space, seeing yourself pat down that seed of intention in that soil, water it, breathe into it, and let it grow. Let it bear fruit for you. When you're ready, you can roll to your side and wake up your body with a little wiggle, a big deep breath of intentional, energizing breath. And you can sit, and you can pause and just take one more deep breath with her hands over heart. Smile. I'm grateful for all of you for showing up to the mat today. Thank you, and have a beautiful couple of holiday weeks. I won't be here the next 2 weeks as I will be traveling to see my mama and my college daughter and everyone else, the whole family from all over everywhere. So that will be lovely, and I hope to see you in December. And if you're not on my email list, email me and I will put you on the list so you know when we're doing class. We have 2 in December, so then we'll get back on it in January. All right, love to you all. Have a beautiful couple weeks. Bye-bye.